like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have your self to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth off LVBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
That salad, that baked chicken in that salad, and some of that rice too. Yeah, put all that on the plate. I gotta do this video first, then I'm gonna come eat. All right, y'all. Let me see. Y'all press one if y'all can hear me in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Salute to everybody tapped on in. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. If y'all can hear me, press one in the comments, man. I want to salute everybody who's been showing love to the channel, man. I apologize for not shouting all y'all out for people who've been sending donations. Shout out to Kevin Woodridge, Rashard Grant, salute to you. Shout out to Geraldine. Also, shout out to Belinda Carmichael. I appreciate you. Aaron Woods, salute to you. Tanisha, salute to you. Destiny Brown, salute to you. Shantae Wilson, salute to you. All the people that's been in the Cash App, PayPal. Look, man, let's get right into it, right? If y'all want to support, y'all can support. Y'all know what it is. Bro, this situation just took a bad turn for Diddy, man. Now, everybody pretty much remembers I talked about this girl right here on the right-hand side of your screen. Her name is Anna Kane. She is the former wife of black NHL hockey player Evander Kane. Her identity was revealed as she had first filed as, an alias because she didn't want her identity to be revealed. But then her identity had to be revealed, so she revealed it, and everybody was shocked when it was her being the wife of this black NHL hockey player, Evander Kane. Now, she's the girl who claims that when she was underage, that Sean Diddy Combs, that Harv Pierre, and that another man had sexually assaulted her when she wasn't of age. So she says that in that situation, what happened is that they took her, flew her out, basically, and when they got her out, I think she said she flew from Detroit to New Jersey and then went to Daddy's House Studios, which she showed pictures of, and basically has a picture of her on Diddy's lap. Basically, she said, that this case went to court. And so the judge says, look, I want to see some of the evidence start to be put out, some of the discovery. I want to see if we can get to that. Diddy's lawyers and legal team have been trying to push this back. Harv Pierre says that he's broke, so he can't even fight his case. And then the third person we told y'all, her legal team said they were coming to identify who that third person was. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing has just gotten funky today. As you guys see right here on the screen, that is a filing from the legal team of this lady, who not only now are, they have submitted a request officially to, have this, be able to get close to turning in their evidence, including, and this is going to be the crusher right here, man, transportation records and other sexual assault allegations, particularly regarding a recorded video, y'all. Lord Jesus have mercy. And also, they have revealed that they have now received a tip on who the third assailant was that allegedly sexually assaulted this woman on that day when she was underage. with Sean Diddy Combs allegedly and Harv Pierre. Now let me read what the paperwork says right here. So it says, Dear Judge Clark, who's the judge that's presiding over this case with her, Diddy, Harv Pierre, and the third assailant. They said, we represent the plaintiffs in this action and right pursuant to your Honor's order, right? Specifically, Your Honor ordered the plaintiff to make a proposal for limited fact discovery to occur over a 4-month period that prioritizes: 1, discovery on issues likely to be unavailable or more difficult to obtain after a lengthy delay; 2, discovery related to the alleged third assailant, right? The order directs the plaintiff to include the number of depositions, third-party subpoenas, and categories of document requests that the plaintiff is likely to seek. Background: as Your Honor knows, the plaintiff alleges that in 2003, when she was only 17 years old, she was transported from Michigan to New York by defendants Harv Pierre and a third assailant. The mode of transportation was a private jet, either owned or chartered by Sean Combs and or the corporation under his control, such as Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Inc., Bad Boy Records. The jet, which was provided by signature, a fixed base operator, took off from an airport in Pontiac, Michigan, and upon information and belief landed at Teterboro Airport. While in Michigan and New York, Mrs. Doe, who we told y'all, you know who she is now, was sexually assaulted by the defendants, including being R-worded by all 3 defendants in Sean Combs' New York studio, Daddy's house. The plaintiff was then driven back to an airport and flown back to Michigan. Now, y'all read that little part at the bottom. It says the plaintiff is only one of more than 100 individuals who have accused Sean Combs of engaging in sexual assault. Now, also, it goes on, and this thing gets even wickeder. So it says discovery that is likely to be unavailable or more difficult to obtain after a lengthy delay, meaning they want this discovery now. They want this evidence put in now because they're saying if they wait, it's going to be harder for her to get this evidence in the longer they try to hold this trial off for. So it says, given that the events at issue took place 22 years ago, there is a serious risk with every passing day that relevant materials, right, witnesses, and critically memories will become unavailable or difficult to obtain, or at least accurately obtain. Moreover, defendant Sean Combs is a convicted felon, and Mr. Harv Pierre has been accused of sexually assaulting multiple women, such as, or as such, and purely by virtue of being defendants in this case, they have every incentive to destroy or direct the destruction of relevant materials. To be clear, we are not casting aspersions on the defendant's attorneys. However, if discovery of the materials in the defendant's possession is not fulsome at this stage, it is highly unlikely that defendant's attorneys will obtain possession of relevant materials to ensure they are not destroyed. As such, the plaintiff proposes the following. 1, they want to turn in full evidence of all relevant materials from all the parties involved in this action. This would include the party depositions, document discoveries, and enter categories, right? 2, the evidence and discovery relating to the modes of transportation. Remember I told y'all this? They was gonna find out those flight logs. I tried to tell y'all this. They want the evidence discovery relating to the modes of transportation used in connection with the sexual assault, i.e., records concerning Diddy's ownership or chartering of private jets and car services in 2003, as well as related flight logs and manifests. These materials are not only more likely to become unavailable over time, but will also will help to identify the third assailant. Number three, the evidence discovery relating to the allegation that Diddy recorded the sexual assaults. This will be included within party discovery, but also non-party discovery from victims who allege they were recorded and or witnesses who might have retained possession of recordings. Number four, discovery evidence relating to other allegations of sexual assault. Again, this would include within party discovery, but also non-party discovery from alleged victims. It would also potentially shed light on the identity of the third assailant. And part number three, y'all, discovery evidence related to the third unidentified assailant. It is highly likely that the third unidentified assailant at this moment was an executive or employee of Bad Boy Records in 2003, or at the very least, a close confidant to Sean Combs and Harv Pierre. Moreover, let me put this on the screen so y'all can see this, because y'all need to see this right here to understand what she said right here. Let me put this on the screen. Moreover, let me make sure I get this on the screen for y'all, so y'all can see that she ain't capping, bruh. They saying they got a tip. And let me put this on the screen for y'all. They saying they got a tip, and they saying they got a tip of who the third unidentified assailant was. Now let's put this on the screen for you guys. Right here. All right? Right here. As y'all can see, it says, moreover, we have received at least one tip as to who the third assailant might be. As such, the plaintiff proposes the following. One, a list of all executives and employees of Bad Boy Records in 2003. This may lead to the need to take discovery from these individuals to ascertain whether they are the third assailant. Two, a list of all the individuals with whom Harv Pierre, Mr. Pierre, traveled to or from Michigan in 2003. This may lead to the need to take discovery from these individuals to ascertain whether they are the third assailant. And number three, discovery from the third party who has been identified to us as being potentially the third assailant. So they have a name who they think that third assailant is. And they said the discovery from the third party, they want the discovery, the evidence from this third person, right? Right? Who they say has been identified to them as being potentially the third assailant. You know what this means? Somebody on the inside snitched and gave that girl that information on that third person. And this may break this entire case open. Conclusion, to be clear, the plaintiff's proposal for initial discovery is not intended to be even remotely as broad in scope as a fulsome discovery would be. So she's saying this is just a tip of the iceberg. This ain't even everything. This is just a little piece. It says that in large part due to the number of defendants, alleged victims, and third-party discovery that we would seek in litigation. At this stage, however, we believe we can accomplish the aforementioned proposed discovery with 6 depositions and 10 third-party subpoenas. They want to do 6 depositions of people, and they want 10 third-party depositions. That means they want 10 third-party people to come in and testify under the penalty of perjury. We thank you, Your Honor, for the court's time and consideration of this matter. Respectfully submitted, Michael J. Williman, her lawyer. Boy, it's about to get funky in these streets. And I'm going to tell y'all something. For them to say they have a tip, read that yellow part right there on to who the third assailant might be. Somebody called in and told them. Somebody had had to have been assisting this girl in her case for them to get a tip right now. Somebody had to have. That's the only way. They got a tip. Somebody must have called this girl who was around at that time. Maybe somebody who worked at the company. Maybe somebody who was there in the studio that day. And they never forgot that girl. And they seen her from this shirt, this D&G shirt. And they never forgot who she was. And they may have found contact with her knowing that she is Anna Kane, the former wife of NHL hockey star Evander Kane. And maybe they contacted her and they told her who they believe that third assailant was that day that she made these gruesome allegations. Now, Sean Diddy Combs, Harv Pierre are innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. But I will tell you this. We saw one case go from civil to criminal. If this woman, who was underage in the state of New York, and the feds have zero limitations criminally for sex crimes against MINORSs, man, this thing could turn criminal very quick. We have to see what the judge says and what type of evidence is brought forth and who that third assailant is going to be alleged to be. So you better believe somebody is looking through everybody who was employed in 2003 and everybody who was close. But what's going to be important is those flight records, those manifest records. And I told y'all they was going to go back and get those private jet records. And they were going to go and see in 2003, around the time she said, if there was a private jet that was owned or operated by Diddy or Bad Boy some way, some shape or form, that flew from Michigan to New Jersey. This thing finna get disgusting. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe. It's all in the paperwork, baby. Somebody gave him a tip. Now you tell me who you think gave this girl a tip to who that unidentified third assailant allegedly was that violated this girl, according to her. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there, you can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drought weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.